Hey, I'm Nikki from Fender Play, the complete online guitar learning platform. We believe anyone can play guitar, and our bite-sized lessons and song-driven approach make it easy. In just a second, we're going to show you how easy with this free song lesson. With Fender Play, you'll master essential chords and skills as you play songs by legendary artists. From the Beatles to Led Zeppelin, the Eagles to Elvis. Even if you're just starting out, this lesson will get you playing the classics in no time. Enjoy this sample and then click the link in the description to start for free with Fender Play today.
In Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, we're going to learn a verse and a chorus using the chords D, G over D, A7, and E7. We're also going to mix in some techniques like chord anticipation, pull-offs, syncopated picking, and arpeggio picking. This version is shortened and slightly simplified. Make sure you put your capo on the 7th fret. You're in tune, and we'll get started. Our verse starts with a combination of playing chords and single note melodies on top. It's going to sound a little bit like this. We have 3 chords in this section: D, G over D, and A7. Let's start off with those. For D, we're going to play from the D string down. Open, 2, 3, 2. G over D is just 3 open strings. The D string, the G string, and the B string. Try to just hit those strings. A7 is from the A string down. Open, 2, open, 2, open. Let's check out those 3 chords from over the shoulder. Here's D, G over D, just hit 3 strings, open, and A7. Our basic progression follows those chords. We're going to play a D, then move to the G over D, and the A7. It's a 4-bar progression that's going to go twice, so the verse is 8 bars long. Some of the chords are going to be anticipated and played on the offbeats. I'll explain as I break down the rhythm and the picking. Let's check out bars 1 through 2. They're going to sound like this. On the first beat, we'll strum the D chord, and we'll just play to the B string. Then on the second and third beat, we're going to play this melody. We'll play the high E string, then the B string, and we're holding down that D chord. But then we're going to lift up our middle finger to play the open E and then put it back down on the 2nd fret. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret on the B string on the and of 4. So the rhythm's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For the 2nd bar, we're going to go playing the 2nd fret on the high E, then open, then 3rd fret on the B string with a rhythm like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So bars 1 and 2, we're going to leave off the last 8th note. We're going to kind of continue that in our next phrase. We're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. For bars 3 and 4 with the pickup, we're going to play this: 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We'll start off on that G over D chord, just those 3 open strings. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret on the B string, open E, back to the 3rd fret on the B string, open B. So 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. They're all on offbeats on the and. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And we want all those notes to ring over each other, so it's okay to let them ring. Gets a cool sound that way. Then for bar 4, we're gonna play. We'll plant down that A7 chord. We're gonna strum, and we're gonna stop on that B string. We're trying to bring out the melody as we play the chords at the same time, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we strum to the B string, then we're gonna lift up our finger and play open B, then put it back down, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, open E, back to the 2nd fret on the B string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So bars 3 and 4 with that pickup sound like this. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For bars 5 and 6, we're gonna play the same thing as bars 1 and 2. So I'll play those for you. And then bars 7 and 8, starting with that pickup on the G over D, we're gonna play 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A lot of syncopation here. We're playing all on the ands. Start off with this chord, the G over D, then play the 2nd fret on the high E string, then open, 3rd fret on the B string, and then strum the A7 chord, but stop on the B string. So it requires quite a bit of accuracy with our picking hand like this. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we'll let that A7 ring for our last bar. So here's bars 5 through 8 played together. 3 and 4 and. Let's try it all together now. We're gonna play this section one time through. Get set on the D chord, and I'll count you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's the verse. The chorus mixes up the melody a bit. It's gonna sound like this. We've got one new chord we're gonna introduce in the chorus. It's E7. We're gonna play all 6 strings open, 2, open, 1, open, open. E7. Let's check out that chord from another angle. 2nd finger, 1st finger. E7. Our chord progression starts on the D chord, then moves to the G over D, and then E7, that new chord. It's just like the verse progression, but we're gonna replace the A7 chord with the E7. After that, we're gonna go back to the D chord, and for the last 2 bars, we're gonna play a single note melody. Again, I'll explain some of the chords are gonna be anticipated a little bit with the rhythm. Bars 1 and 2 sound like this. On the first beat, we're gonna play the D chord, stopping with our strum on the B string. And then we're gonna play this melody. We'll play the 2nd fret on the high E string, then play open E, then back to the 2nd fret, then the 3rd fret on the B string. And you can think of the words, here comes the sun. So we've got a little strum, and then the melody. The rhythm goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Then we get into the next bar, and we're gonna play a melody that sounds like this. That's gonna start on beat 2. We'll play the 2nd fret on the high E, then the 3rd fret on the B string, lift up the high E again to make it open, and then put it back down. Do-do-do-do. The rhythm for bar 2, we're gonna play 8th notes starting on the 2nd beat like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Bars 1 and 2 together. Then we're gonna go to bars 3 and 4. We're gonna include this pickup on the and of 4 with the G over D chord. It sounds like this. We'll start off playing the G over D, and then we're gonna play the 2nd fret on the high E like this. Then open, then back to the 2nd fret. The rhythm is 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then on the and of 4, we'll introduce that new chord E7, 4 and. In bar 4, we have just an E7 chord. We're gonna play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th beats, quarter note strums like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that E7 is gonna be ringing from the and of 4 in the previous measure. So it's gonna sound like this. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So those two bars together, bars 3 and 4 with the pickup, go 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And here's bars 1 and 2 with 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For bar 5, we're gonna play this. We'll strum the D chord on the first beat, again stopping on the B string. Then we'll play this melody. We're gonna play the 2nd fret on the high E string, then open it up, then 3rd fret on the B string, 2nd fret on the G string. So I'm just sort of working my way up the strings like this. With a rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For bars 6 and 7, we have this really cool arpeggio picking guitar line that sounds like this. We're gonna play all 8th notes with down picking here. We're gonna start off with our 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and our 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. We're gonna play the G, B, and E strings and let them all ring over each other like this. 1 and 2. Then you move your 3rd finger, this comes off, and your 1st finger goes on the 2nd fret of the G string, and you do the same picking pattern. So. Then you lift off that 1st finger, then put it back. Again, letting everything ring. Then we do a little pull off from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret on the B string. And we'll finish with the 4th fret on the G string and the 2nd fret. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all 8th notes. When we get to that 3rd beat, we're going to do the pull off 3 and 4 and. So bars 6 and 7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So here's bars 5 through 7 played together. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try it together. We're going to play the chorus section 1 time through. Start on D, and I'll count you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's the chorus. Let's put everything together now. We're going to start off with the verse section into the chorus. At the end of the chorus, we'll repeat right back into the verse again and do a chorus one more time. We'll finish on a D whole note. Get ready? I'll count you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. To the chorus, here comes the sun. Verse. Chorus again, and here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Great job. This song is an excellent addition to your acoustic guitar repertoire. Have fun working it out, and we'll see you next time.
So how did it go? If you're ready to learn more, sign up and access over 1,000 song lessons that will keep you inspired to play. If that was a bit too challenging, sign up with Fender Play and we'll get you learning the skills you need to play the songs you love. Click the link in the description to start for free with Fender Play today.